What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Riding the Wave with your host, AYD.
MJ in the house, you better recognize.
There you go. We are here. Well, before we talk about what we're here for, let's do our cheers.
There you go, baby.
So cheers to all of you out there.
Cheers.
Hope you guys had a great week. Hope it was very productive. Cheers to you guys.
So what we got going on today, AYD? What's today's topic?
Today it's going to be something that we've all, experienced, and that's complacency. You know what I mean?
What?
Something that we want to get
You better shut
away
your mouth.
from.
They were talking. You kiss your mouth with that mouth.
So tell me, MJ.
Well, hold on. First of all, let's do our shout outs.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
We getting way too ahead of the game,
You're
Playboy.
right. I'm excited.
I know.
I'm a little excited.
Man.
All right, go ahead.
But shout outs. Do you have any shout outs you wanna do?
I just want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife. Thank you for.
Here we go.
Thank you for always holding me down. Thank you for being the ride or die. I appreciate you. I love you. You're amazing. We're gonna continue to grow.
You're my girl, Keisha. You're my girl. I want to do a shout out to my boy Noel, for buying his first home.
Congratulations, Noel.
And not only that, man, he bought it on his own. He bought it on his own with no one's help.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so
that's what's up. Congratulations to you, my boy.
I'm very proud of him. We should definitely support the people who are out there being successful in life, man. Because that's what it's about. We all need to support, and it's very important. Even though a lot of us don't want to be the gratitude and the appreciation, the acknowledgement.
Yes.
But our success should be acknowledged.
Nice. That's what's up. What does he do?
I can't tell you that, man. It's
all right.
Confidentiality. No, I'm just kidding.
Top secret.
No, him and I, we he opened up a small shop, and he allowed me to come on board with them. So, we work at a small shop. So
man, that's how you're supposed to do it. You know what I mean? That's how you help out your boys. You guys both growth again. You know what I mean? You take care of each other. That's amazing.
Yeah, we'll dive more into that when we get into this topic.
Yeah, well, maybe you could come out and ride in the wave and talk about his success. You know what I mean?
But you know how it is. People are very private.
When he's ready. When he's ready. But yeah, let's dive right into it, AYD and MJ. We're about to get into it.
All right, so consistency. All right.
No, complacency. It's all good. You know what? You like to be consistent as well. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being consistent. We got to be consistent, so that we aren't complacent.
All right, so let's get on this thing. Complacency. What's complacency for you, AYD, and how have you been affected by complacency?
I like the thought process, or the concept of the hamster wheel. The hamster in the wheel, constantly going in circles and doing the same thing, expecting different results, but you're never going to get different results if you're constantly doing the same thing. And for me, I felt like I got complacent once I was blessed enough to purchase my house. I was grateful, but I thought that was like the goal,
achievement.
Yeah, that was, it was an accomplishment for sure, an achievement. And then I just felt myself kind of plateau and stop. Like, I didn't set any other goals for myself.
Nah, I could definitely.
What do you mean, nah? That's what happened to me.
No, I could definitely relate. Definitely relate. Because once we hit our certain goals in our lives, or certain tiers, for a lot of people, it's like, what's next? It's like you have the family, you have the kids, you have this, the home, the career, and once you establish all that, it's like, what do you do after that? It's like a plateau for a lot of people, and that's where complacency comes in.
Definitely,
because I could definitely relate to the complacency act and the complacency trap. Very similar to you, Aid. Once I was established, got the crib. I didn't buy a home, but once I got my spot. I had my girl, my son, and so forth. I fell into the trap. I just caught myself doing the same things over and over and over again, and it really started to affect me, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, and it just affected me like emotionally.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of us we want to go out and achieve things.
Yeah. Did it affect you in like a negative way, or like when you say emotionally, was it like what was the feeling like?
Yeah,
what were you...
yeah, because I just caught myself not feeling fulfilled. Again, purpose, happiness. Our last episode. That's the one of the things that we discussed.
Pursuit of happiness.
The pursuit of happiness is purpose. And once you lose that purpose, what do you do? It's just like when people retire. Like a lot of people, they don't last long after they retire because they lost their purpose. And then they get caught in complacency.
Yes, sir.
Waking up at a certain time, doing certain things at a certain time, and then like it's the same old tune, day in, day out. You know.
So when did you notice, like, was there an event that happened, or when did you notice that, like, wow, I need to step it up, I need to level up, I'm being complacent?
When my ex-partner left, that's when
You're a cop?
My lights.
No,
that's when the light bulb kind of flickered on or lit on. I was very comfortable in my relationship, very comfortable. I had a good job. I had, my son and my girl, we had a spot, and I was just cool with that.
Gotcha.
And it's not cool. Like, it's not cool just to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Complacency.
Definitely.
Like, it's just not. And when she left, that's when I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So that's the complacency factor kicked in.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew I need to make changes,
right,
in my life.
Maybe that was a blessing in disguise,
It was.
Leaving,
It was, and
you
it
had
is.
to make a change.
You had to make a change.
And then you were talking about like the house burned down. Like, I mean, how many God is great. How many signs do you need to, like, hey, that was a push to continue to move on, and you know what I mean? Like, the house next to you burned down. I'm glad nothing happened to anybody and nobody was injured, but that's like the biggest sign, like, right there. And look at you now.
Yeah. Look at me now. No. But what's up with you, Aid? So when did you notice complacency, and how did it affect your life?
I just said when I got my house, bro.
I know that.
I know. I was unhappy. I felt my energy was low. I wasn't motivated. I wasn't disciplined. I was just doing the same thing over and over. I was replaying the same thing day in and day out, like you said earlier, MJ. And I was just like, I was unhappy. You know what I mean? I was unhappy, and I felt like I wasn't accomplishing anything, and I wasn't doing anything. Where do I go from here? Like, what does my future look like? Do I even have a good future? You know what I mean? Like, all those thoughts were running through my head, and it got dark, and it brought negative energy into my house, around my family.
And then what made
light bulb,
right?
Right?
And what made you do the change?
seeing what I was doing to my family.
Yeah. What were you doing?
I was bringing their energy levels down. You're a product of your environment. You know what I mean? Like if your energy's low and it just happens to fall on other people because they're still going through the process of not allowing negative energy to bother them, but if they're not and it consumes them, then I'm bringing them all down. I'm the dead weight and I'm bringing all my family down, and I'm not going to let that happen.
Yeah, I feel like I noticed like my complacency when I was like just drinking a lot. I was drinking a lot because
Yes, good point. Same.
I would accomplish my day, do whatever I need to do, and then at a certain period of time, it was like, what's next? What else do I do? And I didn't have nothing else to do, and
Yes.
then I would just start drinking,
Yes.
you know, just to alleviate the boredom,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of us do that.
Yes.
When we're complacency, we start, start drinking, smoking weed, doing drugs, whatever, because we're just
020.
because we're just bored, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up like the beer, because the beer did have a big effect on me, to where I got to a point where I kind of like had to separate myself, like even from my family. Like I love my family, I love being around them, they're great energy, but I was just drinking so much, and I knew even if I had to give myself some time.
Yeah.
I had a good amount of time to where I had this under control, to where if I was asked, "Do you want a beer?" I can say no and not
Right.
be bothered by it.
Yeah.
And it took a couple months. Like I missed parties, I missed, you know what I mean? And I was just working on myself. And, you know, I hope they see that, it wasn't because I didn't want to be around them. I just needed to work on myself.
And to the audience, like, how has complacency affected you guys, in your personal life?
Yeah. Like
Like,
James.
yeah, like, I really want to know. I really want to know how has complacency affected your guys' lives. Do you feel like complacency is a good thing or a bad thing? Leave a comment.
I mean, can you think of anything that would be good for complacency off the top of your head? Like,
No, no.
right? So we're not gonna get any comments on that one.
But
But
some people are okay. A lot of people are okay with complacency. I don't think people
uh,
even recognize they're complacent in their lives. I really don't believe it. I really believe that people just like are just comfortable with
and
complacency.
I mean, that's understandable. Like, I mean, I've been complacent for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've been complacent for so long, to where, like I said in previous episodes, that, I thought I was just going with the motion. I was in autopilot.
And I think that's another reason why people become depressed in their lives
Definitely.
because it's like they're caught up in the same routine, but they don't realize that they're in that
Mm.
same
Yeah,
routine.
you have to look forward to something, You have
So
to.
you
I
have
mean,
to.
I hope we all do. I mean, I'll manifest that we all do, but it's like we have to continue to set goals for ourselves higher and higher, and continue to
Yeah.
break through that ceiling. There is no
Um.
ceiling.
So how has complacency affected your personal growth?
My eating habits were bad. My health was bad. My thought process, like I literally starting now, and this is all part of the process for me to continue to grow, because I mean, damn, there's a lot of shit that I don't know. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that I didn't apply myself to, that I had opportunities to, because I got complacent, because I thought like, this is it, this is my future, I'm gonna retire at my job, and then
Go from there.
go
Figure it
from
out.
there,
Yeah,
figure it
figure it
out.
out.
You know what I mean? Like that's the type of energy and vibe that I had by being complacent, and I got tired of it. I was like, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So how about yourself?
honestly, like it was. I think the complacency was forced on me. When I had to move.
Hmm.
I had to move, and then I moved here.
Yeah.
And then that's when the change needed to happen, and I needed, because now I was on my own.
Yeah.
Now, before I always had, I always had roommates. I always had people to help me with the rent. And now when I moved, I was on my own. And, living in California, it could financially, it could be very, very
Yeah.
difficult.
Yes, for sure.
And my the individual who I just spoke about, Noel, he gave me an opportunity, telling me to get my smog license to be a smog inspector, and he was telling me that for years, for years.
Yeah.
Again,
So
but again,
technically, hold on. Technically, you got 3 jobs.
yeah, yeah,
Cheers to you, brother.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't count being a father as a job, but as far, and I don't
Well,
even
I
care.
was talking about, riding the wave. This is
I don't, but
part
since
of a job.
no,
I
I
mean,
don't see
you
it
know
as
what?
a,
It's not work if you enjoy doing
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right?
So I have 2 jobs.
You have 2 jobs.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
This,
I don't see this as a job. I don't see this.
well, that's true.
I look forward to this. I look,
Yeah, I do.
and again, complacency. It's like now I look forward to change. I look forward
Yeah.
to all these, because doing this podcast. It's not easy. You really have to dedicate yourself to it. You got to get yourself outside of your
No,
comfort zone. You
definitely,
got to do
definitely.
research. I mean, I spent hours just writing questions down and ripping pages out. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. So like, I like that feeling. Like I like that feeling of purpose. You know,
That's good.
uh,
That's a good way to think about it because, I mean, what do I do? I just realized it right now, like, oh, it's a job, so that I got to do it. I got to put work into it. But it's like, no, I enjoy doing it. You're absolutely right. I enjoy doing it. It doesn't even feel like a job. So that thought process is getting thrown out. You know what I mean? Because this isn't a job. You're absolutely right. Like I love talking to people, hearing people's, thoughts, opinions. You know what I mean? Like just kind of putting ourselves in their shoes, and seeing what they're going through and really feeling it, and it's a blessing in disguise. I'm able to do that, and yeah, you're absolutely right. This is not a job.
I like hearing
Cheers.
that. I like hearing that. I don't hear that a lot.
Oh, for
I love
sure.
hearing that. I'm right.
Wait, can you say that?
My
You
ego
want
just
it?
went from right here to,
Uh,
and he said it like multiple times. So I'm
nah.
gonna like rewind the you're right part.
You want to hear it again?
And hear it again and
No,
again.
no, 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 not gonna
Um.
happen.
So what are the warning signs of complacency? Damn, bro, you split all of
I know, it's
yourself over there.
fast.
You're a hot
Which
mess
is
over here.
right? It's the math. I can't see
Oh,
what
is that your
this
face? Is
thing
that your face? Oh
on.
man, we thought we were gonna get a little
Nah.
clip. It's
Little
like
Giants.
it's
I
like
can't see with this thing on.
it's like Home Improvement and Mr. Is it Wilson?
Mr. Wilson, yeah,
Always hiding his
definitely.
face.
Mr. Wilson's a G.
But yeah, so when what are the warning signs of complacency?
For me, my warning signs were boredom. I was feeling bored. Um, my body was aching. Like I was waking up sore, like if I worked out and I didn't, and it's just like I needed to stretch. Um, my thought process was slow. It was just kind of like yeah, whatever. Like I'm down.
Yeah.
Like it was, damn. Just thinking about it, like I was really like that. It's just
Yeah.
never. I don't want to go. I'm not gonna go back. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's tough. It's a dark. It can get
It
dark.
get dark.
It get real
and
dark.
it gets
you know what
dark
I mean?
like that.
Fast. Definitely, it gets dark fast. And if there's like we need people to help us pull us out sometimes.
Yeah. I
It's tough.
and you're right, dog. I think when I notice my complacency is when like I would look forward to drinking. You know, I would like complete
Right,
my day, and it's like, yeah, like my
bro. Or being excited how many 30 packs you killed. Like, oh, yeah, we just
yeah,
smashed on like 2 30 packs. Like, oh, wow, that's a great
yeah,
accomplishment. Like
yeah. It's
you're fucking up your body.
yeah. Not only your body, but like your mind,
Your
bro,
mind,
your
yeah,
brain. Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's when I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing to myself? Waking up hungover every single day and just trying to get that fix in so I wouldn't feel hungover. So I would drink another beer or smoke some weed, you know, to counteract. And it was ugly, bro. Like once you stop achieving things, once you stop being goal oriented, ugh, that's complacency. That's to me, that's
That's
complacency.
yeah.
You know, so um, okay,
Or
well,
wait, before we what are some of the things that like you've changed to help you from preventing you being complacent, I should say.
well, now you have to recognize it. You have to
Yeah.
recognize your daily habits.
Okay. So what are some of your signs like that you notice like okay, I'm being complacent like what
Drinking. When I need substances to like make me feel, yeah,
dance gets you
yeah, yeah,
dancing, get
yeah.
loosey goosey.
Definitely. That's probably like the number one sign. And I would say also complacency for me would be like chasing women. You know, chasing women. That's not something
Like you're
like
running
just
after them.
like yeah, chase. Yeah. But like trying
That's
to,
weird.
but you know, like just trying to going on dating apps and meeting girls, and it's the same old thing. You
Yeah.
know, it's
It's
just
like
like
I'm tired.
yeah, I'm tired. So that's for me. That's like was my daily like
Yeah.
habits. You know, just drinking and trying to hang out with girls, and like it's like
Yeah.
bro, like you're in your like mid 30s, like what are you doing?
Yeah. So as you talk about this now, like how is it making you feel as you hear yourself speak about it out loud?
I mean, I wish I would have done it sooner. I wish I would have recognized it sooner, but I'm glad I recognized it.
Hmm.
I'm glad I did because
So just drinking is the only like signs for you that you're
uh
being
yeah, I want to say it's that because that's what kind of
okay.
stopped the momentum.
Okay.
You know, I once drinking gets out, it's like I'm very energetic, so it's like you know, like I'm
You're
fucking
ready to
yeah,
go.
I'm ready to go.
You're ready to
I'm ready to go. So that's when I kind of was a real indication, bro, where I was just being complacent, just drinking on the girls.
I was really processing what you were saying and
I mean, well,
hold
okay,
on, like I was really processing what you were saying and like drinking like I mean
yeah, I was,
it's like you get not only do you get like in a good mood because you have really good energy, you know what I mean, and like when you do drink it comes out a little bit more, but again like you said you're sluggish the next day and you're down and you're not feeling good and you know what I mean, and it's just like it's almost like that's the hard part to detach from something that makes you feel good at the same time but makes you complacent.
yeah, yeah. So how has complacency affected your overall performance in life?
How has it affected me? It man, that's a good question. It affected me in
I have I
again.
have a ton of
Yeah.
good questions.
I mean,
Okay, I'm filled with them.
it feels like I mean, I don't want to keep reverting to like just being put in a dark place, being the negative, being the dead weight. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like becoming the dead weight, like for my family, like them carrying me.
Yeah.
Made me sick to my stomach.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's why I eat so many Tums.
Yeah, I would say um my energy level, complacency would affect my overall like mental health, my mental well-being.
Yeah.
When you're not aligned with yourself, you don't have that sharp mentality
Yeah.
as you would.
See, like, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, right, even right now, as we talk, like, talking about complacency is just, it's so like draining. Like, it's like, isn't it like a negative energy, negative vibe, such a negative, like, I want to start talking about positive shit now. You know what I mean?
But it's important. Like I
Because
said,
it
it's
is important,
important. Like,
yeah.
like,
But it's just great. I'm just saying what it's creating right here
yeah,
because we're
no, I
talking
feel
about
it. I feel
complacency. It's
it.
like, damn, but
I
it's
don't
good to
feel
get
it.
it out. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I
don't feel
mean?
the energy in this. Like, I don't feel the complacency energy, but
Yes.
it's crazy because that's really what it is. Like, it's an energy drainer.
Yeah.
Complacency.
Yes.
So, do you feel like there's any benefits of being complacent?
No, not at all. Not at all. I feel that being complacent is just there's no benefit to it. I mean, even being around people that are complacent can get you to be complacent. You know what I mean? And it's it's almost like a disease.
Yeah.
You know, it's just airborne. Stay away.
Yeah. No,
Like
I
stay
mean,
away from it, you know?
yeah, it's hard, man. Like
It is. It's not
yeah,
easy for
community,
sure.
it's so common. It's something you could get so caught up in the I guess you people would call it, oh well, I'm stable.
Yeah.
Complacency and stability, some people they connect,
Yeah.
you know. But
Do you feel like complacency causes you to procrastinate? Do you
uh
feel that that is part
um
of like if you're complacent, you start procrastinating on tasks?
not me for so much. Maybe it's part of my OCD or whatever, but procrastinating is something I'm very organized. So like I never really had issues with that, you know?
Just
Um,
other issues.
yeah, just color issues. But yeah, man, yeah, I've for the most part, when I set certain goals or things like that, I've accomplished them, but it's always like we're always fighting for what's the next thing to go after, the next thing to go after,
Right.
So I remember at one point when I was in my last relationship and I was happy, right? But just because you're
Yeah.
happy doesn't mean you need to get comfortable and complacent in your life.
Right.
And I think that's where I I messed up because I got too happy. I got too comfortable.
Mhm.
I got too complacent.
Do you feel that was, I mean, do you feel that was part of the reason, like her abandoning you guys? There was no growth?
That could have been a big part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, because the part of the growth was expanding the family. So of course when you don't want to expand and grow, and yeah, you that can hinder a relationship. I could definitely see that. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Um how do we get caught up in complacency?
Distractions.
Or how have you
Unfortunate.
gotten caught up?
Social media. Like for sure. Like being on my cell phone. You know, we all do it. You know, scrolling through all the platforms, TikTok,
Pornhub.
Instagram, not that. That's not good. But TikTok, Instagram, scrolling through, like, yes, like I'm out there, supporting people because it's amazing what people are capable of doing, and it's motivating and it's encouraging. But it's also, I needed to learn when to stop, give it a break, and do things for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, invest in myself, as everybody out there on those platforms are investing in themselves. And, it's amazing what people are doing, and it's motivating.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't
Yeah,
challenging. I
No,
wasn't challenging myself.
yeah.
I wasn't challenging myself because I was afraid of failure. I
Yeah,
was,
right. Yeah, no,
like
yes, for sure.
I was afraid of failure. Um, and I think that had a lot to do with
Yeah.
the complacency.
So fear.
It was fear. It was fear of taking on a new change. I think change correlates with complacency because we are afraid of change.
That part. We can't fear anything. Fear nothing.
And it's, again, we could see all these words and
Yeah.
but everything, it's easier said than done. And we all have to channel in and figure out how we move.
Yeah,
How
definitely.
we, like, everybody's different.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
and that's what you guys need to figure out when you guys are going through these changes in your life, these perseverance, these complacency moments. Like, how are you as an individual going to overcome this?
Yes.
Because we all have it. We all have the ability to fucking achieve anything that we
set
want
our
to do.
minds to. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, how many people out there have been told you can't do it?
Yeah.
How many told you're too small, you're too big, you don't have enough talent?
Stop pointing at me like that,
I'm
bro.
point.
No, yeah, definitely.
And but it's the fucking mindset. Like, look at Tom Brady. I think he was one of the last individuals to get picked in the draft, bro. He went out, played 20 plus years. Fucking what, 5 or 6 Super Bowls. 6 Super Bowls, like, come on.
Not a Patriots fan.
It's not.
I know.
It's not even that, but it's just like, it's the fucking mindset.
Yeah.
That we get caught up in. We get caught up in that negative, I can't do this, or it's too hard, or how am I gonna do this? Or it's like, we need to
start making excuses.
We start making excuses.
Yeah. And that's what I mean, and that's what I love about this, about riding the wave, is like being able to talk about it and hear myself talk about it. It's also helping me change, also helping me be better, also helping me, practice what I preach. You know what I mean? Do I struggle? Do I fall off every now and then? Yeah, I do. But again, I got the next, if I'm blessed with another day, then I got the next day to give it another shot and do things different and keep on pushing forward.
Yeah. And do you think complacency is the same concept as failure, and that's why people don't go out and take chances?
Yeah, nobody wants to fail. Like, I was having a lot of trouble. Like, I was having a lot of trouble with that. I didn't want to fail. I always thought that everything had to be perfect the first time, like the first take. Everything had to be right. I was constantly thinking about every type of different scenario and trying to make it to where it's going to be perfect, and it's not.
Yeah.
Because you learn from failure.
Yeah.
You learn from failure, and I have to remind myself of that all the time. Like, it's okay if you feel like if something failed, you just try something different until it succeeds.
Yeah, I think I felt the same way when we did our first episode, and I looked at it. I was like, "Oh my god, it was so bad." In my mind, because
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
We want things to be perfect, and when you look at it, you're like, "Ugh."
Right?
You felt like it was a failed attempt. But we have to recognize The fact that you
Yeah.
make an attempt, the
Like
fact that you did
yeah,
something, the fact that
exactly.
you failed at something
Yes.
shows that you're headed in the right direction, because some people could do nothing. You could it's worse to fail at nothing than to fail at something.
Yeah,
I'd rather
exactly.
fail at something
Giving
than
it
fail
an
at nothing.
shot. Yeah, like giving it a shot.
Exactly,
You
bro.
know what I
And
mean?
say that you did it.
Yes.
Say that you did it. So
Cheers to that.
yeah.
Cheers to
And
that. Actions. Actions.
And for you guys out there who are stuck in complacency, or who are worried about taking chances and failing at it, or maybe you're at a point in your life where you're doing something is not going so well, fucking don't give up.
That part. You know what they need? I think they need just a little push.
And are you dedicated?
Are you dedicated?
Are you dedicated?
To
That's
invest in yourself,
to invest.
to improve, to grow, to crush all your goals. Damn, I should start rapping.
Yeah, you start rapping and
Negative.
to inspire yourself and to
Yeah.
inspire others to pick up other people, to pick up
Yeah.
yourself. Like
You know what I've been hearing a lot, MJ. I don't mean to cut you off, but you know what like has been really resonated with me and I've been hearing a lot from a lot of like motivational speakers and people that work out that I've support on social media. But it's like, yeah, motivation doesn't always last. It's all about discipline,
yeah,
and it really is. Like if you are disciplined, the amount of things that you can accomplish.
yeah, that's definitely gonna
You
be
know?
one of our a future topic is gonna be discipline.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that's something that I think we all lack. I could sit here and contest that I am
This
not
guy as
the
well.
most disciplined
This guy as well.
individual. Like there's certain things I'm disciplined at, and certain things I'm not
Right.
so disciplined at.
Yeah,
So
same. Well, yeah, that's
so that's
next
definitely
topic for maybe next week.
a good topic. But yeah, let's go into our our final statements. I think we've expressed enough about complacency.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Let's get rid of that word. Let's get rid
Yeah,
of
let's get-
complacency. Toss that shit out. Get rid of it. Don't think about it, and let's start progressing.
What's the word
Progressing.
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 Yeah, let's
You know
stop.
what I mean?
Let's stop.
Let's level up.
Let's level up. Let's stop the complacency and let's start progressing.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a good motto right there.
No,
dog.
for sure. Yes.
So any final thoughts about this? And let's just say again, bro, someone that you feel like someone that is complacent. Like, hey, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm feeling complacent. What are the strategies? Like how can I help myself from being complacent?
I would say, if somebody came up to me, asked me that question, how can I break out of that? I can just, give them some of my experiences,
Which
you know
is
what I mean? Which is, I didn't want to be the dead weight. And that was my perspective. That's what helped me get out of being complacent, because in my head, I told myself, I am my family's dead weight.
But how about if they don't have a family? Let's just say they're a single guy.
Okay, if they're a single guy and they're
Or a single person.
okay, a single person. All right, a single person. I would just say, what are your goals? Like, what do you like to do? I would try to pick their brain. I would, brainstorm with them. I would just kind of get a feel of what they feel excited about, and maybe I suggest, a topic or, a sport or whatever that they might be into, and they give that a try, and it's all right. They try it out. They don't like it. Move on to the next thing. That's going to keep you from searching to see what you're passionate about and what you want to invest your time, energy, your thought process, and be great at, That would be my advice. And yours?
Learn to be uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable. Never get comfortable.
Gain control of your mind.
Yeah, gain control of your mind. How do you do that? How do you do that?
You
And then
tap in.
it honestly, everybody has their own way of tapping into their minds.
Yes.
You know, but you have to find your method.
Yes.
You know, you have to find your method. Rather it's through reading. I think education and
sure.
educating your mind really opens up and expands your ability to really comprehend what
your
you
thought
need.
process, yes.
And that's why like psychology or philosophy, psychology and philosophy for me are the big gatekeepers of enhancing your ability to grow. But just definitely educate yourself in the best way possible. And again, find your passion.
Yeah.
Find your passion. What do you want to do?
Doing what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Like
and
what?
just and do it. And
That
do
part.
it. Like again, for us, the complacency.
Oh, for reals.
Complacency was, you know, we just talked about it. We talked about this podcast, and we were just comfortable with our lives until we said no. We said no fucking more.
Enough.
We said enough. Like sometimes you gotta let that fucking dog out. Let your dog out. Let your dog out and say no more.
What if they're a cat?
Let that cat out. Whatever it is. But like let that shit out. And go out there and be that fucking person, because we all have it. We just have to tap into it.
Yes.
We all have the fucking ability to open up that portal. You know, it's ourselves. It's what we're doing to ourselves. It's mental blockage of complacency. It's a mental blockage.
Yeah.
And I feel so great now that I've gotten out of my complacency zone, gotten out of my comfort zone. Now we're here. We're doing the podcast.
Look at the energy that it brings to you. He's almost yelling.
Like, man, like I feel great. I feel amazing. And I want to share it and manifest this energy to you guys.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
because one day I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need that energy back. You know. But yeah, man, those are pretty much my final thoughts on that. If not, I'm gonna end up breaking this table. I'm gonna
right. No, but I love the motivation. That's great. You know, I love, you know, that you're really
just be passionate.
Be passionate.
Be passionate about it.
Exactly.
Be passionate about yourself.
You can if you need to. Get upset. You know. Yeah. My final thoughts is just for the people always, you know what I mean? We're constantly thinking about them, you know what I mean? We don't want nobody left behind, you know? So let's continue to grow. Let's continue to, you know, persevere. Let's continue to
pick each other up.
Yes, pick each other up. Be the best fucking version. I almost said virgin. Best version. Best version of yourselves, because it's amazing. All you guys out there are amazing. All you guys out there are great. And let's grow together, you know? Like, I want to see the progress. I want to see the interaction, the unity, you know, everything.
Yeah, and let's ride this wave, okay? So we're gonna exit out of here. But before we exit out of here, I just want to know, are you dedicated?
I appreciate you guys.
To your
family,
love
you guys.
To your craft, to your work, to your workout, to anything that you have your mind and your body and your soul into. Are you dedicated to
invest in yourself, because you are amazing. You are great.
And let's
got this.
Let's erase that complacency word
out of
our minds. Delete permanently.
Get rid of it
permanently. But
adios.
Please, if you guys like what you hear, subscribe, leave a like, a comment. Any suggestions for future topics, please drop a message.
Yes, tag us in your page so we could go out there and show you guys some love and spread the love and
we're all here
repost.
We're all here to support each other.
Yes,
we cannot do this
without
you guys. And we want to be there for you guys, and we want and for you guys to be there for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this platform is definitely for you
guys, and we're gonna be reaching out to people. We're even gonna be heading to Venice Beach. You know what I mean?
So on June 22nd, we're gonna be going out to Venice Beach. We're gonna be going out and connecting with the community. Just seeing who's interested in just sharing a short,
showing some love,
and that's what it's about. It's about time that us, you know, in this RTW community, to go out there and to talk to people that we want to connect with.
Yes.
So if you got nothing going on that Saturday,
meet us out there.
You're gonna see us out there. Trust me. You can't miss that mask and this beautiful face. I'll tell you that much.
Part.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen,
we appreciate you guys. We love you guys.
We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We see you guys next week.
8 a.m. and MJ out.